Yo, what's good? You know what this is? This is Shameless Ghost Baby. We got Big Mike here, Little Mike here. You Little
Come
Mike.
on.
You lost the bet, so you little Mike. That's what
Hey, Little Mike. We got my boy Kenan, and I'm Danny Man. This thing was good with y'all boys.
Yo, what up?
Hello, somebody.
Boom.
We in this thing, and it's February, so you know what that means. The shortest month of the year for the niggas. Black History Month. We here, baby.
Welcome, man. Yeah, man, I'm grateful that we have a month. I'm one of those people that support Black History Month. I'm for it. The black, red, and green, you know, Kwanzaa, Umoja, all that shit.
What the
I'm
fuck?
for it.
I don't know shit about Kwanzaa. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's just made up. I don't know. I learned about that shit in like 4th grade. Like, that ain't no
Honestly, I
real
do feel
holiday.
some type of way with the Black History Month, though.
Okay.
Just the whole idea that of all the fucking months in the year, we have the shortest one in America. Like, we've done the most for the country than any other fucking race. I mean, even Spanish Heritage Month is longer than our shit. And they ain't contribute shit.
That's October, yeah.
I was just about to say, like, I'm surprised you know when Spanish Heritage Month. I don't know when none of this shit is. Just
I think October. I think.
It is October.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just
it's
said
October.
it.
You said that, my bad. Yeah. It is
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Also.
Like, I don't celebrate nothing else. That Cayo Ocho shit, no, that's racist.
I see now that Black History Month is in February because black people traditionally celebrate the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass, both who were born in February.
Boo.
So that's why we got.
Nah,
I
fuck
get
them.
February.
Bro. Fuck them. No, I don't think.
That's not the idea that went behind them making that shit.
That might be, nigga, you
let these
wasn't
niggas
alive.
celebrate themselves for 27 days. What is it?
Yeah, 28 on the leap
28,
year.
29. Yeah, like, fuck that.
No, but I think that to me, I think that a lot of times Black history is just like that time when all the shit was happening, the black people was getting killed, and all the companies got the opportunity to say, oh, you know, we stand with the black people, buy our product, and they were using that shit to boost. I think that's what it is. Like, just like everything else in America, like Christmas and Easter, all the like boost sales. It's just, I think it's just to boost company sales, just to say, oh, we stand with the niggas.
There's nothing wrong with that, though, but just give us a longer fucking month.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't want the shortest month of the fucking year.
28. I mean, I'm glad we got a month, and this is probably the most
Compared
serious
to the
month.
Spanish people?
But I mean, nobody really knows about Spanish History Month.
It's true.
This nigga knew.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
in my high school, we celebrated it.
No,
oh
shit.
shit, that's racist.
I was in a Spanish heritage like event.
You was,
Wow.
you was
I was
like
in
Don
an
Quixote
event
or something like that.
No,
or-
we did a dance. I
Yeah,
promise.
yeah,
Bro, I was the only black person in the entire event. No, that's not true. I was the only black dude, but there was a black girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, but we don't. I mean, we know like maybe I don't know Cesar Chavez, maybe Don Quixote.
I don't even know who that is.
But we
I
know,
don't know
But the
either.
black.
I
Oh, you don't know these people.
I don't even know who that
Damn.
is.
Big
But
Papi Ortiz.
we know like black people like Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King and
okay.
you know the real black. So I'm
George
glad we got a month.
Washington Carver.
Carver with the peanuts. Like I'm proud of this. I'm proud of our month, man. Like I'll take it.
I don't like it. I think even last year, like even at my job, like my boss wanted to do some shit like that. Like, oh, every week let's talk about one. I was like, what the fuck is this? Kindergarten, nigga? Like,
Yeah,
well,
that's
why would we
trash.
do
Let's
that?
talk about one famous black person.
Yeah.
Niggas was like,
Yeah,
Nicki
yeah.
Minaj.
Oh, look who fucking created the traffic light. Like, shout out to them. It's cool. Like, you know, but they still getting robbed. Like, even the nigga that made the fucking whiskey, like, it wasn't even his shit.
Oh,
It was
Jack
somebody-
Daniels.
Daniels.
Yeah, Jack
Yeah.
Daniels.
Somebody else shit. Like, wow.
true. Uncle
Surprise,
Nick.
surprise. They
Yeah,
robbed
Uncle
us.
Nick, yeah.
They robbed some nigga. I'm surprised.
Unfortunately.
But I'm with Big Mike. This Big Mike.
Hey, nice. Appreciate it. I'll take my mom.
No, but the reason is because I feel like, bro, if we didn't have that, we probably get nothing.
We don't have nothing.
But that's I mean,
we don't have nothing.
but I think without it, bro, I don't think we wouldn't know any of this shit.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
true. It's true. A lot of people I wouldn't know. That-
We wouldn't know shit. Yeah.
I mean,
So
Yeah.
in principle, I feel obviously we should have a bigger month. It shouldn't. Matter of fact, it's not even supposed to be a month. It's American history.
It's American history.
oh,
American
no,
history.
so it's fun. Hold on, Morgan. Let me play something for you. Morgan Freeman says probably very very similar to that. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh shit, my bad.
Black History Month you find
Ridiculous.
why?
You're going to relegate my history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? Well, come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
No, I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it.
That's stupid.
I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man.
All right, Morgan Freeman, dog.
I don't agree.
I don't know about that, dog.
You can't, like he said, relegate, Black history to 1 month. We've done too much for the country to do that.
I agree with that. In principle, I think in principle, yeah, that's
But
not,
there's
that's
nothing wrong
ridiculous.
with observing, a month like we're gonna focus on the contributions of Black people to our country. We know y'all did a lot, but we're gonna give y'all this month to concentrate on y'all.
Acknowledge that we did a lot though. I don't know that they did.
I
Wait,
mean,
what?
I don't know that they do. I don't know that anyone acknowledges the contributions Black people made to America.
That's what I think. I think it's the most minimum. Like, this is the smallest thing. Like, here, nigga, damn, y'all want something here? Y'all could have this. You know what I mean? Like, where the statues at? Where the real like all of the
It
all
took
the
years for the MLK statue.
We got that.
all the
took
MLK
years.
streets is in the hood in every city, right? So like,
Shouldn't they be?
it should be.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
good. It should be. It should
If
be.
they was in the suburbs, you be like, the fuck he doing in,
But he
Weston
belongs
or whatever.
there.
Yeah. Okay. That's
So
fair.
he got his birthday. What else we got that's Black? We got, this black bump. You gonna see a lot of black shit, a lot of kente cloth, and a lot of fucking, George Floyd probably gonna be celebrated a lot as well. I
Right.
bet you probably Joe Biden gonna nominate a Black woman. Probably this
He
month.
said
Hopefully,
he might.
He might.
Yeah.
He might.
Yeah,
and
he really
better.
might.
I hope so.
they
He ain't
showed
do
like
shit for us yet.
9 women that he looking at, and you know what I found out? I don't know if it's true that all 9 are married to white men.
See,
I don't know if
Isn't
that's true or
Kamala
not.
married to a white man?
Kamala as well, yeah.
See,
And
okay, he got
that's
it.
Black history right there.
He got a
but,
team.
but the thing is that Black women don't get flack for dating white dudes. Like
Which is fine. Hey, choose your play,
No,
whatever
fuck
field
that.
you like. That's fine. But
No,
I
my
just
only,
thought that was interesting.
I don't care about date who you want to date, but what I don't like, and this is what President Obama too, is like, it seems like only half a nigga can make it. Like, it's like,
Yes.
it can't be no full black person that make
Can't
it.
be a
No
super
full
nigga.
black person married to a full black person. It always got to be a kind of black, half black, married to a white person, or a full black but married to a white person. It's like we
'Cause
always
you
need a
need that.
white counterpart
to
for some power.
carry us
They
through.
want to make sure niggerdom is not like
That's
really
trash.
implemented
Heavy.
into,
You could be
like,
black, but don't be too
society.
black.
But don't be too black.
Don't be too black.
Don't
You gotta
black it
relax.
up.
You gotta Oreo that thing.
I mean, but I'm not mad at it.
But I'm not mad.
You should be.
I don't see it. People see it like, oh, he's just doing it for the black vote, for token. That's cool. I don't
Bro.
have no problem with that.
Bro, I would like for fucking what's his nigga's name? I would like for Master P to be my governor. Like, I would like that shit to be
I
fine.
don't know how you got Master P.
that's
Because that's the blackest person I could think of really quick. Like,
I actually like
You
this
lost me
guy.
for a second.
I think he out of Louisiana, but I'm not sure actually where he got it.
Actually?
His name Gary Chambers.
Okay.
Y'all never seen the guy? He had an ad literally where he was
Boy, smoking weed?
weed.
Oh, I saw that.
He's
white or black?
He's
He's
black.
black, but he's a
Okay.
full nigga. Like on some different shit. Like he's literally like the
The antithesis. I can't even say
the most
that word.
authentic black guy I've ever seen in office.
Okay.
Oh no, we shouldn't say that.
He was smoking weed on fucking on camera.
Yeah,
and-
see,
and-
nigga.
and-
Come on.
but we
dog.
don't
But
make
we
it
don't wanna
like super
regulate
black.
black- we
White
don't wanna-
people, yeah.
No, but he's been always advocating. This guy's been arrested. He's always
Okay,
advocated for
that's
like
good.
black rights.
He too black.
He's always been. They're not gonna take him in the office.
Too black. You see what happened when we tried to get Andrew Gillum as our governor?
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's different.
yeah.
That's
And
different.
then
That's way different.
That black shit was just.
I
Nah,
think
that's
he
way
was like
different.
set up, like Olivia Pope did
Nah,
that.
that nigga
Like,
wasn't set up.
he had doo doo on his shirt,
Yeah,
right?
nigga-
he was in a what was it? What was that
Blood,
drug? The meth.
Fentanyl?
Something.
I think meth orgy, a gay sex meth
Yeah,
orgy.
he did that to himself, bro.
Dog, that's wild, dog.
That is too wild,
That's
bro.
too wild.
And
Respect to you.
Yeah. Shout out to you.
And
That's
I
what
was
you
like,
to do.
damn, that's why we never make it. Like, niggas was pushing hard. Niggas was like,
we were trying.
like
And that came out.
Obama level, like, was ready to get behind that boy. And then, oh, look at what y'all done.
That came out as
You
all right.
why are you gay?
DeSantis,
Well, there's
you know
nothing
what?
wrong
You
with
got
gays,
it.
but
No,
like,
nothing wrong with
just
that.
the other shit is wild. Like, all the other shit.
The
Like,
doo-doo and the pipe, you know.
Cause you can't like let women doodle on you too. That'd be weird too.
They call it, I think, a dirty Sanchez. That's
Okay.
the name of.
I almost choked.
Okay.
That's You know, that's what I heard.
Spanish
but-
Heritage
but
Month.
I was gonna say the same thing. Spanish Heritage Month to Dirty Sanchez.
once
fucked up.
Once Gillum didn't get in, now we got DeSantis, and now DeSantis is passing laws like, what's the law
You can
say?
offend
You-
white people and speak in.
It would ban public schools and
Well,
private
what is it called?
businesses.
That's
from-
trash.
The name of it I don't know, but it would ban public schools and private businesses from making, especially white people,
Feel uncomfortable.
uncomfortable teaching about racial discrimination.
Now, how the fuck could you enforce that? Like, what does that even
You
mean?
can be essentially you can be sued for this shit. Too.
It's too
Yeah.
subjective. I was offended, therefore you should be fired, or you should be sued, or you should go to jail.
It's wild as fuck, but it just tells you where we're at in America.
Yeah,
The same
Imagine
place we
someone
always
saying
been.
slavery exists and somebody deciding I want to sue you behind that.
Oh, mommy, slavery exists.
I guess his thing is like you can't make white people feel bad about history.
That's too
Yo,
subjective.
It
your
is
What's that?
ancestors own mine.
Yeah, you can't teach that in
You a
school.
piece of shit.
All right, see now that part.
Oh, that part.
That part right there is go. All right,
Nah,
you're a
but
piece of
even
shit.
then,
That's
like,
different.
oh, you know, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to your family. Like, even that's racist.
We low key got to get out of fucking Florida. It's just something about the water here that just makes.
No,
it
that's
so
everywhere.
weird.
Like, I think about that sometimes. Like, I think we from Florida, we probably really didn't get it that bad. I think about people
No,
that's like in
racism.
Alabama,
Time out.
like Mississippi.
No, that's not true. We first of all, we from Miami. That's way different. The rest of this motherfucker is
It's
fucked
super-
up.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
the,
just-
oh, like
yeah,
the
yeah.
north.
The rest.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
That
okay.
shit's
Yeah.
fucked up.
We from South Florida. That's fair. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a diverse, is like
Yeah.
a cesspool.
We all
But
grew
even
down
here,
here.
it's a lot of racism here. Even in
Yeah,
South
but it's
Florida,
different.
but it doesn't come from. I've never experienced it from white people.
No, yeah,
I've
no.
experienced it from the Spanish ones. The thing that
Because
white.
yeah, exactly. It's
And
different.
that shit's wild.
It's different, but I
It's
think
way
it's too
different.
extreme. Like you said, North Florida, like Mississippi, like fucking Alabama, all of that. I could just imagine like growing up in like the country over there. Like,
That shit
Alabama.
trash, bro.
Shit.
The other
shit
day, I
trash.
was just talking to somebody. I was like, bro, when I went to Atlanta, I felt like I was in America. I was like, damn, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm in the United States.
Yeah.
Because here in Miami, bro, this is not.
yeah.
It feel like
This
fucking-
ain't America, bro. It's
Uh-uh.
something else.
Unless you go to Cracker Barrel, I heard. Have y'all gone to Cracker
Hell
Barrel?
no. The name
That food
alone.
is good though.
Hell
Food is
no.
good.
The name
it's
alone
great.
won't get me. Though.
Nah, I've heard you go in Cracker Barrel and like you feel racist. I've never been in there, but you feel the racism in
No,
there.
I've been there. I mean,
I've been
it's-
in it,
it's-
but-
it's a fair amount of black people in there. I mean, the chefs are typically
Man,
black,
they be black in there.
Yeah,
but,
man.
Yeah.
but it also be white people in there too.
They
You know,
do.
that's crackers. But I've never experienced racism.
Who? What? The nigga?
You know one thing I heard Steve Harvey say? He was like, in the South, white people and black people like the exact same things. Like racism only come really from like the North, like the Northeast. You know what I mean? Like they all like black. He was saying like black people like guns. They don't like gay people. They don't like. They're against abortion. They're all Christian, just like white people. You see what I'm
We
saying?
just don't like each other.
Yeah, like we all have the same. That's Steve Harvey. We all
Same
have the same
views.
conservative views, but I guess once it comes to voting, we just be like, all right, Democrats gonna give us free money. Let's take it. You know what I mean? But we all, we all against like all this shit.
And yo, to bring it back to Black History Month, in learning about Martin Luther King, that was a part of his strategy. His part of his strategy was like, yo, we can't do this without our white counterparts. And then he'd be preaching to white people. It was like, yo, look, you're in the same predicament as us. This isn't about black and white.
That
This
was-
is really
That was Huey Newton as well, though.
that was a
For
lot
sure.
of people
For sure.
because it was like, yo, this is really like the haves and the have-nots, and black people are on the have-nots. But you're a poor white person.
You're
We're in
right.
the same boat.
You're in the
in the
same
same
boat.
boat. Yeah.
So march with us and let's change stuff not just for us as blacks, but for us the have-nots.
Yeah.
Yo, that sounds fire, Martin. But I'm white, so I'm better than you, bro.
And
See,
that's the problem.
That's the
And that's the problem.
That's
And
the
that's
problem.
that's what the divide is. The haves, the ones at the top is like the rich 1% haves that are white. They're telling the poor whites, no, you're better than them.
Yeah.
Even though I'm fucking you the same way I'm fucking them.
No, yeah,
That was
no,
Trump's
that's true.
strategy.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
That's
it
Trump's
was
strategy.
wild.
And speaking of which, I think you were saying that second ago, like Spanish people down here are racist, but like that's because like they want to be white. Like most of them, a lot of them,
Absolutely. Yeah,
Cuban.
they low-key do.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. That's a hill I die on. I have no problem dying on that hill, like, cause it's true. Like they,
Especially the further south you go. Like,
oh
so
man,
I
it's-
always say this: you got Hialeah, Alapata, them the nigga blacks. I mean, the nigga Spanish people. They kind of like Dominicans, maybe even a little bit of Cuban, the darker Cubans. But then as you go to like south of Southwest 8th Street, where you go like to FIU,
Kendall.
South Campus, Kendall, The Rao, those are the
Yeah,
ones
right.
that got a little bit of money that maybe Venezuelan and they just kind of
Yeah.
look at you like a nigga. You know, I experienced that shit at FIU. There were the Spanish ones that were cool from up this way, and then the down south ones that was kind of like, nigga, you're black and I'm white.
Unfortunately.
And it's sad, but, you know, we're all minorities.
Yeah, no, we all in the same
Yes,
boat. Dog.
that's where I was going with that. Where you were saying like we're all in the same boat. We all have the same struggle. We're all seen the same. So
Right.
like, what sense does it make,
To separate us like this.
except for the fact that you want to feel like you're better than someone? You want to be above somebody.
it's-
You want that
it's
status.
tribalism.
You know when I realized shit was wild was when Florida went red voting for Trump.
Yeah.
And the sad part about it was you saw so many Spanish people
Mm-hmm.
On the front lines,
on
like,
the front lines. I'm like, this is the same nigga who threw y'all friends, the Mexicans, in
But they're not friends.
They're
they
still
not
Spanish. You
friends.
speak the same fucking language.
But they're not friends.
You know, but at the end of the day, and that's wild. That's ethnocentrism. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you're still Spanish. You speak the same fucking language, and they throwing y'all people in fucking detention camps. They separating kids from parents, and y'all over here. Yeah, we
the
going
signs
for
up.
Trump. It makes no sense.
So let me say this. First and foremost, me personally, I don't blanket any race at all. So I won't say that Cubans are racist, because that's for sure not true. One of my best friends is Cuban. I work with Cubans. And that's no, I'm being
Yeah, no, it's
completely
me.
honest.
It's just me. I'll say that.
But you are. But what I do want to talk about is there's like a form of tribalism that just exists amongst all of us. It's like, all right, I'm whatever, I'm this, and even in Nigeria where we have true tribalism, where like, yo, I'm this tribe, and it's always some type of fighting, this infighting that's really it's imaginary.
Ethnocentrism.
It's exactly it's
It happens a
imaginary.
lot with
Yeah.
Spanish people too. Like you'll see somebody. I'm not Puerto Rican. Don't
Yeah,
try
yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Bitch, y'all speak Guala Guala. What we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But from the outside looking in, that's what it is. But to them, it's a pride about where I'm from, and that's okay. But my thing is using that to divide us on things when we're the same.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like don't like how all of our parents are morally conservative.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
they're morally conservative.
Very true.
We have a lot of the same. Like I have some Republican friends, and it's so funny when they're talking. I'm like, damn,
I agree
that's
with
my
it.
mom and my dad. But there's this thing, that's imaginary line that's dividing us. And my dad and my mom don't vote like your dad and your mom, but they feel the same way like your dad and your mom, and that's crazy.
Nah, yeah, but that's just not to get too far into like voting. That's how it is. Like, in your mind, they have it like, okay, if you black, hey, you gotta do Democrat. It goes together.
And that's trash. Who was it? Like Killer Mike, he was like, yo, we gotta stop. I think it's Killer Mike. Forgive me if it's not Killer Mike. He was like, we can't just keep promising the Democrat, or was that Ice Cube, like Democrats the black vote?
Yeah.
Because it's like
That
at the end of the-
was Killer Mike.
was okay, cool.
Shout out to Killer Mike.
Whomever it was, I get the principle. Like, why are we guaranteeing this party
Yeah, 'cause
our
Biden
vote?
ain't doing
But then,
shit
like,
right
what's the difference? Like, what progress have we really made? How
None.
much more progress could we make
None.
if we really use the power of our vote?
And it's true. It's like because you get lazy at a time. Like, when you go and you vote, you're like, okay, boom. If I don't know, if it's two people, I don't know either of them, I'm voting Democrat. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna I don't even know what they do. I don't know what they stand for. Nothing.
Don't know
I'm
shit
just
about
voting. So like we all gotta do better.
And that's
and
ass backwards.
What you mean?
that is
The
brother.
idea of voting Democratic just because.
Oh, yeah,
they're
yeah, for sure,
Democrats,
for sure, yeah, absolutely.
It's ass backwards.
It is.
Because really and truthfully,
You know these
I'm not a
things?
fan of Joe Biden, so I'm not going to even go ham on that nigga. But he hasn't done
Joseph.
shit for us since he's been in office as
Yeah,
of yet.
you voted for Trump.
I didn't, but I
You
voted for
should've.
Biden being an ass backwards nigga. You know,
Would
like
you and in 2024, would you vote for Biden? I guess first. Let's say it was Trump again.
I don't think I'm gonna vote.
And that will help who?
I mean, it goes either way. I'm okay with whatever the outcome is because I mean,
Okay.
as of now, I feel like what
What's the
Trump has
difference?
done, I can take the blatant,
Yeah,
shit.
wildness.
It's wild, but with Biden, it's like, oh well, I want to pass this in the law, but they're not gonna let me do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lack of,
But Biden gave you a black vice president. He gonna give you a black.
who's
Supreme.
doing what for us right now?
She chilling right now.
She ain't doing shit.
Chilling. She chilling.
And that's the problem I have. Is like you wanted the black vote so bad, but you're not doing shit with it now that you're in office.
But what is it that they are not doing that you would like them to do?
Okay, a lot of the shit that even the George Floyd Act, we're still waiting on that to be passed. And I understand that
Yeah.
there's other votes. A lot of what they promised to us hasn't been, we haven't come to see the benefits of them yet.
But like what though?
Nigga,
Shit, student loans. Shit, George Floyd Act, like you said, you're right. Yeah, that's
there's a lot of shit that was
Yeah.
promised to us that we're not seeing.
Like,
even reform on marijuana and shit, and it's a lot of shit that just was said to get our votes, and as of yet we haven't seen shit done. That's a problem for me.
fair.
At least with Trump, he ain't mentioning the bullshit.
But when he was the president, he made a lot of promises. What did he change? What did he do?
Well, yeah, we gotta remember the president's just a puppet, right? Like,
Exactly.
he's not.
He's not. He's
They
not.
don't
our
have
Congress.
real
That
power.
Trump was not a
Exactly.
puppet. Trump did what the fuck he wanted. He was not a puppet.
I don't
Shit,
know.
that was
No.
problem.
But I'm saying it. I think the problem that we have. I heard somebody talk about this before, and I can't credit who it was. We put a little bit too much emphasis on the federal government, where we should be paying more attention to the local governments, because
That's true.
it's the
Yeah.
local governments that affect most of our day to day.
Absolutely.
Well, now it seems like we're trying to do a reverse of how this country became this country. Now we're trying to give more power to the federal government. We're trying to give more power to the president. There's a lot of power that he or she does not actually have.
Yeah, and but also, and we got to be fair. It's like they're a face for a reason. Like they're there to take the criticism. Like they're the face
Right.
of the United States. If something is going wrong, wow, this fucking president, man, this fucking like every single day my coworker says, yo, gas going higher and higher. This fucking Biden guy, man.
Exactly.
I don't even know if it's actually in his power. It could be, it could not be, but like it's just easy to just say, man, dog.
It's easy to blame
It's
this
easy.
person.
Yeah, because he's a face.
Fair enough. I mean, but like because you're the face, you have. So for example, like with your point about the local versus federal is like, or I'm not looking to like Miami-Dade mayor to forgive student loans.
Absolutely. not.
Or to like, okay, Miami-Dade mayor, like I think marijuana now in Miami is like under an ounce or 2 ounces or some
yeah.
shit. All right, cool. But then it's like
Or gram.
federally, Biden could be like, you know what, all marijuana
Legal.
just
Exactly.
or somehow. I mean, I know it's a long shot. Don't get me
That's
wrong.
what-
But even if he did that, that doesn't mean that Florida could not make a law that makes it illegal.
Right,
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying-
it's not- the whole point
but
is-
he did his part.
Yeah, do your part.
I want you to do
exactly.
your part.
Do your part.
Based on whatever
Everywhere
state I'm in,
should
and then
follow.
And if they choose
we vote
to
them
go
out.
to
Yeah.
go in the contrary, then that's fine. But do your part.
do your part. That's the part that I agree with. Like the George Floyd Act, the Police Reform Act, removing qualified immunity. Like a cop shoots somebody, oh, he's a cop, qualified immunity, no jail. Like, come on,
And,
dog. Shit
and
like
while
that.
I for sure agree with y'all on that, again, we're putting too much power and too much emphasis on the president, who doesn't actually have the power.
So who has
to
the power
make-
to change that?
I think Peter in another episode, he made this point. It was like the real power of the president is to be somebody who could persuade. That's why I would hold him or her to some responsibility, because it's like, man, look, you need to get the public opinion in your favor because we put you there, so we could put pressure on Congress, so we could put pressure
on the Senate.
on the Senate, or even on the judges, because I don't think judges all their decisions are just based on non-biased views.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, that's
but,
true.
I mean?
But yes, so the president needs people to vote for laws, cool. But certain things the president doesn't need anyone's help. Loans. The president can sign an executive order, student loans from, if you got it from 1990 to 2005, shit says forgiven. He did it already. We had nobody paid loans in the last 2 years.
That's true.
That's
true.
two presidents.
That's true. Now that for
So
sure.
shit like that is just like,
Bro,
that's the shit you could do.
forgive that shit.
Yeah, it's just like shit is waived. Nobody.
My
paying
nigga,
that
if
shit
you
no
listening
more.
to this shit, my nigga, right now,
Yeah.
forget that
Shit
shit.
is waived. Like the fucking marijuana declassification.
Absolutely.
You don't need Congress for that.
No.
Sign that shit. You don't need Congress to go to war. You're supposed to,
You supposed to,
but you don't.
But you,
Okay, then. So stop.
but you do.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
So,
you
so
don't.
check this out.
No,
Check
you
this out.
don't.
Check
No,
this
you
out.
don't.
Check this out. Check this out. Check
To
this out.
commit
check this
acts
out.
of war, you don't need Congress.
I'm
You're supposed to.
I'm not talking about the rules. I'm talking about cooperation. So you do
Man,
some.
you don't need that shit, man. Come on.
Think
talk
about it.
now.
If you do some shit, if you're the president, the three of us as Congress,
Yeah.
you do some shit, we don't like.
Hey, you're
now-
outta here, buddy.
Now when you need us, what you think you finna do? You think we
He
gonna
don't
do
have
that?
them right now, though.
You don't need when it comes like for war, for example. I think they said Obama dropped the most drones ever.
did.
Obama would be
He
like,
did.
let's say a terrorist is at a
did.
wedding, everybody at the wedding gonna die.
Oh,
Yeah,
Obama dropped drones on
Yeah,
weddings. He
that
killed
was- it was-
350 people,
But the-
men
yeah.
and women and children included, just to get one person.
Wow.
And that didn't. What I'm saying is that didn't take an act of Congress. Obama's like, that nigga over there, kill him. That's it. Everybody in that
And the
fucking
nigga
town
still
is
did 2
dead.
terms.
Same analogy that I just used. He's Obama. The 3 of us is Congress. He do that shit. Yes, he does not need our permission to do that shit. The 3 of us is cool with that shit.
Yes, nigga, he did it for 8 years, nigga.
And
Yeah,
that's
he did
my
it for-
point.
he
That's
got
my
2
point.
terms out of it.
So
but
my,
I see you saying if they're not,
if
next
they're
time when
not
I
cool,
need you,
but now you can't do it.
But you gotta understand, he don't have the backing of most people right now. So
Biden.
what are you losing?
Okay.
Next presidency.
He's not fucking being an
Not just that. Next presidency, and then there's some things you have to reach across the aisle. Now, I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just explaining it. Like, it is politics.
I
Yeah.
know his niggas in his way, like Joe Manchin, that other lady who did the filibuster. I know his niggas
Like,
in
you
his
can't
way.
just do what you want to
that
do
bitch,
and it
right.
just be
Karen.
okay.
Yeah, that white lady. Yeah, I know there's people like in his way. Don't get me wrong. I know it's like this process
It's
in this.
real politics.
But at the end of the day, dog,
Do it anyway.
if you a politician, a skilled one, like Obama got healthcare passed. That shit was you ain't never. That's
Because
the most.
he had the power of persuasion.
And he also had his votes.
he had
too.
the- he had the
told
power
his
of
niggas.
persuasion.
He probably told them niggas in like House of Cards, like nigga, if you don't vote for this, I'll kill your family.
Oh.
That's how House of Cards was. I don't know if you ever seen House of Cards.
House of Cards, the realest
That
show
shit was
ever.
wild. Before
The
that,
That's
first
how
couple
Trump was
episodes.
too.
Ever.
And that's how
that's
he
how
got
Trump,
results.
That's how Trump was
He was
too.
calling
though.
niggas out, nigga,
Yeah.
on Front Street. Hey,
Yeah,
this nigga's a fool bitch.
yeah.
And if you
And they'll fall in line.
Biden doesn't have that sense of urgency. His thing is like, okay, if not today, maybe in a year or so, maybe
Yeah.
we can.
I don't
reconvene.
think he just doesn't have the people like Obama did. You got to get the people.
He has the majority. He has
Obama's
50.
black.
He has 50 Democrats in the Senate.
But I don't think he has the people like Obama did.
He has the House and the Senate. I think, right now.
Because he was able to Obama was able in many instances to reach across the aisle to get shit passed. But I just and I could definitely be wrong on that. I just don't see Biden having that.
Biden
I
not a
don't.
fin-
It's not the same enthusiasm.
He's not a finesse. I like Biden. You know, he
Fuck
seemed
him.
cool.
And
I
that's
like,
no
I like when he
disrespect
said.
to him.
I like when he
Politician.
said to the other guy, like the nigga was like, what he said, that nigga's a bitch or something like that. When he got caught.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Like I like that shit. Like
that was
bitch.
funny.
yeah, he called him a son of a bitch. Like I like that.
Son of a bitch.
But
That
I
was
mean,
funny.
you know, this Black History Month, he gave us a black VP. He gonna give us a black judge. I'm cool with that. That's good enough for me.
Nah,
Man,
but
you
that-
happy
she don't
with
really
that.
count.
I'm happy
Fuck
with
Kamala.
that.
She don't really count.
Nah, she fine though.
Kamala
What?
is fine.
But she's fucking a white dude. Nigga, what's the difference?
Damn, y'all don't like
I never thought of Kamala as fine. I
beautiful,
think because she's like
gorgeous.
cringy to me. Like she's like,
Nah, she's gorgeous.
Nah, she's not
cool.
gorgeous. Is she fuckable? Yes.
I don't know about
But
fine, but she's cool.
she's fuckable. But the truth is, at the end of the day, like
Who's that Hawaiian chick that was running for president?
nobody fucking
Hawaii?
knows.
She was-
What are you talking about?
She black.
Nah.
Oh,
She's
Tulsi
Hawaiian.
Gabbard.
Tulsi Davis. There you go.
She wasn't fun.
She looked better than Kamala to me.
Michelle Obama looked better than all of them.
that's
Michelle,
true.
Michelle's a baby. Michelle is a baby.
You don't
I
like
love
Michelle
all
Obama?
You don't like Michelle
black
Obama?
women.
You don't like Michelle Obama.
I know she's awesome. She's amazing.
I'm saying
Oh, I
she-
thought you were
she-
saying she don't look good.
But she don't. She look better. I don't think she looked better than Tulsi Gabbard. I'm just
That's
yeah,
crazy.
I haven't seen her, so I can't
I don't know
speak to
the
that. But
bro. Just
She don't look that good. Trust me. No matter what, she don't look that good. I love my black.
You don't buy me a fucking anything.
I love
so.
all black women. To me, minimum is like a 6.
minimum, no,
you're
before
lying.
anything. No, that's not realistic. But
I think so.
it sounds good though.
it sounds great. I
I think
appreciate
so.
that.
At
Bro.
minimum,
I appreciate that.
minimum of 6
I
I think we
appreciate
gotta
that.
appreciate black women more.
for sure.
For sure.
Like I remember, so actually recently, there was a young lady, 23-year-old, who died. I don't know her name, sorry, but she was gorgeous, and she was on a dating app, Bumble.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you guys heard the story,
I
but
don't know. Is this a lady? No, it might not be. I saw somebody that was a Delta. Never mind.
no, she was a black young chick, 23 years old, gorgeous. I think her name was Lauren. God forgive me if I'm wrong, but she pretty much went on the dating app. She met a white guy who came over to her home.
Oh, I did hear about this.
and then they ended up having.
Did yeah.
Apparently, he came over. They I guess interacted with each other. They chilled for a little bit, and he woke up later
And she
on that
was
morning,
dead.
and she was dead.
Blood
Yeah.
everywhere.
Her name was Lauren Smith Fields.
23,
Yeah,
right?
23 white guy came over on Bumble, and they said it was an accidental overdose.
And the white guy was allowed to go because police said he seemed like a nice guy. Isn't that some wild
Wow.
shit?
You know, it's funny you bring that up. That reminds me of the HBO limited series, The Night Of. I don't know if y'all seen it.
Nah.
Night Of basically was same old thing. They came, they had a good time, they did drugs, they drank, they had woke up, nigga was dead. Police was here everywhere. He was an Indian guy. He didn't get let go. But I think that it's funny that like no, because that's realistic of it. White guys always seem like a nice guy. He's always somebody that
To
he
police.
doesn't- To police, it doesn't look like he'd do it. They're eating burgers and fries after they like
Yeah.
shot up a school or some shit. Like you know what I mean? It's
Same, and I think that's a wild.
Because we don't get the benefit of the doubt.
We don't get the benefit of the doubt.
we don't
Like,
get the benefit of doubt. Number one, and number two, it's always like when a white person does something like that, like kill somebody or does some shit like that, they always try to create the narrative. Wow, he's the anomaly. He's the one of a kind. He's the one. But like when it's somebody of color, somebody else, man, they're all like that, man. They're all wild animals. They're always this is how their pack is, you know.
Yeah.
Like the opioid crisis. Like I think Dave Chappelle made the comparison to the opioid crisis. Like, oh, there was no empathy in the 80s with the
when it
crack
was crack,
epidemic.
yeah.
But it's now it's empathy. It's like, oh, they're sick.
Yeah,
as opposed to
they're
being criminals.
sick. Like you know, it's not their fault. Like you know, they're normally like bro. That's that's America for you. America don't give a fuck about black people. They want to give us 28 days. Fuck them.
And to your point, man, like I'm looking at a picture of Lauren Smith.
She's gorgeous.
Oh, she fine.
She's
Yeah, I ain't gonna
gorgeous.
lie.
I gotta look.
Lauren Smith, she look good, man. She just, she's cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
like,
and that's tough.
a life with so much fucking potential.
Dating Oyibo.
But see, and that's the thing, man.
I be
like,
saying it. I be saying it. I do not. I'm not a racist at times, but I do
This
not
nigga said
believe
at times.
black women should. Well, let me rephrase. I do believe black women should date black men. That's what I say. That's my thing. Black people are for black people. That's my thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't think.
That's tough. Huh?
That's tough, and that's tough. And then I don't think that's fair.
Why you don't think it's fair?
And I've said this many times. Just in sheer numbers, it's just not statistically feasible for all black women to only be with all black men.
Okay.
And so it's not
I can
fair.
agree.
Just right
because they
there.
say the numbers are off. So I agree.
Before we talk about anything else,
Just the numbers itself.
just the
But that was
numbers
it.
is
But
not
so-
fair.
so in-
That's one. Two, just in general celebrity, and I know general celebrity is not necessarily real life. It's a microcosm of real life. Oftentimes, you see black successful men with somebody that's not black,
right.
as opposed to the
Black
white.
successful woman.
Exactly. And it doesn't seem to get the same kind of vitriol. And that's also not fair. Now, I'm not saying that it's the facts. Most black men, successful or not, are with black women.
Yeah.
So that's why the ones who's not, let's not use them as the example or the archetype for black men.
Okay,
'cause
so-
that's not fair.
So in regards to this whole situation that took place, she met a nigga on a dating app, and somewhere in his statement to the police, he said she asked him for $40 to get her nails done.
That's funny.
I think more or less what it was probably some. I don't want
sorry.
I wish you didn't say that.
to, like it sounds about right though. $40.
No, nigga, stop, bro.
No, but I mean, honestly and truthfully, I just feel like at the end of the day, like this wasn't a relationship of love. You know what I'm saying? It might have been.
They met on Bumble. What you talking about?
So that don't mean shit. Bitches sell pussy on Bumble.
That's what I'm talking about. Why you talking about love?
So this is my thing. Like he came over to her house on their first encounter.
Okay.
It was probably a sugar mama, sugar baby, sugar daddy type of situation,
Okay.
and the shit went sour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with that being said, it's not the same thing as what you were just saying. You were referring to when you said it's okay for that we look at.
Oh yeah, no, he wasn't necessarily talking about this situation. It's because I said that
Exactly.
I don't believe.
Yes.
I made a statement that I don't believe black women should be with anyone.
Exactly.
Other than
My
black
statement
people.
was not.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't in
Well,
regards to.
I
you.
mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, with black women, I mean, I know they got it tough because like niggas be playing around and niggas don't be serious. Niggas be wanting like polygamy.
But see, that's not
That's
even cool.
men.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is like, no, but if we're limited to like just focus on black men, all right. Then if all the black men I'm encountering are not that good, then let me just expand my pool. Because if all men are just trash and I'm only focusing on this set of men, well, I might as well just experience trash with everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
the numbers,
it's
again,
like,
for the numbers.
if
I see
all-
what you're saying.
If I'm only dating black men, all right, and then these niggas is
But
just.
the reality, I think I can't say it. Maybe Nigerians, we value black women differently
We still cheat on that.
as black American people, black American men. So for me, right, I don't see myself ever dating a white woman. Like seriously, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I only see the beauty in the black women, and I appreciate it because we're Nigerian at the core. Our blood bleeds green and white.
Well, most Nigerians don't care. They don't give
There's a
fuck.
lot of Nigerians with white women.
My
Well, I'm
blood
saying-
brother is a Nigerian, and
It's not a majority, though. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not the majority of black men, period. Which is what I said earlier. We shouldn't use the celebrity as the archetype. And
Yeah.
even in celebrity, the truth is most celebrity black men who are married are actually married to black women. So we unfairly push this narrative out.
okay.
And so my point in bringing that up is this: when we see it with the black women, right? We don't give the same vitriol to the men. So let's not do it to the women.
I don't give a fuck either way.
Well, black women dating white men, we don't attack them as much.
As a people.
I
I'm not
absolutely do.
for sure not the four of us.
Yeah.
For sure not the four of us.
Okay, because I was about to
Yeah,
say
'cause I'm not
Kareem
saying
Hunt,
Mike,
nigga. I was
Mike,
like,
man.
I'm against that shit.
And that be the problem with a
Travis Kelsey got a black girl from the tight end for the Chiefs.
Well,
Oh,
shout
yeah,
out
I
to
do.
her for
And
grabbing
that's-
that white nigga with
But
some
that's
money.
what the black women like. They love that. They love a Travis Kelsey looking type nigga. Like, oh, we want a cool looking white guy. Like
Yeah.
not like a white square.
I
They
want to
want
see
like
him marry her.
they-
That's what I know it's
I
real.
think they engaged.
I want
I
to
think
get
they're
married,
really
and I'll be
close.
good with that.
I think they engaged. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, bottom line, I'm just being super ignorant right now. Like, cause like y'all said,
I'm
like
over
it's
here
tough
with
out here. It's
I'm over
super
here
tough
with
out
him.
here, and like
Yes.
everybody should get it. But I do believe, like, cause I think there's something rooted in it. Cause we hear stories about like, oh, it's a white guy, black woman. They have like 3 kids, and then something happens to the woman. I don't know. Like some of those white guys, I do believe, like, how when you hate something so much.
Yes. I know what you mean.
And then, like, I think that does happen from time to time. That I do believe happened. That's what I truly believe, that, like, they hate black women to the core, black people to the core. Like, they're attracted to it. Like, they fetishize it. They
Like it's a fetish.
Right. Not that
It
they
is
actually
for most
care
guys.
about it. I can't say for most of them. I just say
For most of the white
sometimes.
ones, I would say so. If he actually marries her, I applaud him.
What?
Okay.
No, I'm not against him actually marrying her. The problem is that I noticed that a lot of white guys, they'll date, a black chick because it's a fetish, it's a bucket list.
Okay,
type
they
of
want to
item.
get their.
They want to get their
okay.
rocks off.
But what about when a
But they're
black
not
man
marrying
does
them.
it though?
Huh?
What about when a black man does it?
They just want a subservient woman.
Reparations. What the fuck we talking about?
See, and that's the problem
That
that
ain't
a
no
lot of
problem,
black
nigga.
women
They
have.
always this shit.
That's what a lot of black women have a problem with. The exact comment you just
No. We
made.
can fuck them. We can fuck white girls. I've never been with a white woman before in my life. Just let it be known. But I'm not against a black guy fucking a white chick and starting her out.
But that's not what we're talking about right
What I'm
now.
talking about.
You just
What
said.
I just said was I have a problem with white men who are dating women for bucket list situations, nigga.
Okay,
And
and,
not
and then
committing
my
to them.
question
Marrying
was,
and committing to them.
now what about black men who do the same with any
Nigga,
other
that's
person?
reparation. We gonna fuck these white hoes.
Okay, so you
Okay.
see how you just said it's reparations, and my response
What if it's
was
reparations for the black woman or the?
that's a lot of black women have a problem with what you just said. That's it,
I don't want to. I'm not saying we should marry white women.
bro. Why you keep going back to that?
I'm not saying we
No.
should marry them.
Bottom line, but I know because this is all serious, and I'm not making a joke anymore. But I think that a lot of problem is that like when black men generally do date white women, they don't just date them and be happy. They date them and say, "See, that's why I can't do black woman." They have to put down.
I
like-
hate that.
Like they
That's
have
what I
to
don't
step
like. That's
on a black
trash.
woman just
That's
to
what I
like
don't
uplift the
like.
white.
I
That shit's
hate
dirty,
that.
bro.
I saw them
I
two
hate
niggas
that.
who made the rounds. I forgot these niggas podcast. The 2 black dudes from Miami too, Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 2 dudes who was like we don't be on that app if y'all want y'all Shaniquas and your Lakeishas
See, that's
or
bullshit.
whatever.
That's
we don't
bullshit.
we don't do the dark skins or something like
See,
that. We don't do
I
the
hate that.
Shaniquas.
I hate niggas
Shaniquas.
like that.
Yeah, niggas like
I hate
whack.
niggas like
Super
that.
corny. Like,
Niggas
you
whack.
don't have to do
y'all
that.
niggas is whack.
Yeah,
If
y'all
you
niggas
want to
is
do
whack.
your own thing, like, and this is all seriousness, you want to date interracial,
Do
true.
it.
It's hard out here. You
Yeah.
find somebody you like, you find, and you can't, and you say, oh, I can't be with them just because they're not black, then that's stupid.
That's
but like, you
stupid.
do that and you find your person, like, you don't have to shit on the other people.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's
That right there, that shit be fucking trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking trash. I hate when niggas do that shit.
You can have your preference, like you like white girl, Spanish girl,
Whatever.
Asian, cool.
Kodak.
you know,
Preference is
whatever.
preference. Nobody's
But
gonna.
to
You
be
know,
putting down, I don't
So
like that.
this girl asked me something, and I told her I've never noticed this before, and I know black men who date white women, and this has never been the case. She said the problem that she has with black men who date outside of the race is that they will let a white woman get away with something that a black woman can't get away with, or have
don't know that.
something, or have something like whatever. Like, I like a woman to have A. That black woman doesn't have A, but I'll be with a white woman who doesn't have that same thing, but it's
What's her name?
okay
What's her
because she's
name?
white.
I mean, it depends. It depends what she's talking about. I'm not
That
sure
shit's
what.
very vague.
I don't
Yeah,
think it, I
that's
don't
too
think it
vague.
matters. To me,
I don't think it's true.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think
well,
that's
hold
true. Yeah.
it's definitely not true. That's why I don't think it matters. I don't think the concept of that shit has ever existed. I don't know any. I've never even seen that. I asked her when we had the conversation. I was like, "Yo, tell me where you've ever seen that ever in any situation." I said, "Tell me the person. Tell me exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about." And she couldn't name not one. And so she was like, "Well, ask niggas." And I was like, "All right, I'll ask every nigga I've ever met, nigga." Like, I have never ever in my life seen that. So I wanted to know, have y'all seen that? And apparently it seems like no.
I've never seen nothing like that. But I guess it's just part of the like narrative. Like, we want to say, okay, yeah, he said he didn't want to be with me because I don't do whatever, but he's with the same bitch that does the same thing just because she's not black. That's generally
That's
what
what
you're
she's
saying.
saying.
No,
But
no.
I've never seen that.
That I mean, yeah,
I've never seen
I
that.
couldn't. I don't think so.
And
Like,
if anybody has, please, I need you to point
Yeah.
that out.
I don't think
I've
anybody's
never
gonna
seen that.
point that out.
yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna point that out. but
I've
It's a
like,
never
narrative of her.
yeah, like
That's
yeah,
something.
I think that's her thing. Maybe she got some personal shit
Y'all
going
need
on.
ducks.
Yeah,
That's
but
never
shit
happened.
like that, I ain't.
That's never
Because to me,
happened.
like, I couldn't see my. I mean, I'm married anyway, but like that, I appreciate. I understand where black women are coming from. I like their lingo. I like when they say it's giving. It's
Or period.
Period. It's the something for me. I like all that shit. I like the weave. I like all of
You
it.
like the lace fronts.
I like the
What?
lay for the good ones. I do. I do like them all. I like them all.
No,
I like the
I-
pressure they put on themselves that we put on them. I like how they rise to the occasion still.
The fucking
You
the
know, like all
fucking Kardashian thing. Like, they're obsessed with black women. They're obsessed with black woman culture. That's what we love too. We love to see our women beautiful, and that's why they like to steal that shit, because they think that, but they're white trash.
The Kardashians.
They're not-
Well, actually, they're
Alright.
Arabian. I'm sorry, they like fucking Middle Eastern. Fuck
I
them.
think they
Fuck the Kardashians.
Lebanese.
Yeah, I ain't with them. Like,
They're Lebanese. They're Lebanese.
like we should be bigging up like Megan Good. You know what I mean? Instead
She
of the
fine as
Kardashians.
fuck.
Now
Yeah,
that she's divorced.
Yeah, nigga.
Now that she's divorced.
And I'm sorry to hear
Like,
that.
hey,
Are
baby.
you?
I'm sorry to
Are
hear
you?
that.
I'm
Nigga,
not
you-
sorry.
I'm
not
not
that
sorry.
I'm not
You
that
married,
sorry.
nigga.
Yeah, no, I'm married too. But
Nigga, you don't have a chance with
Yeah.
Megan Good.
I might. I ain't gonna lie.
This nigga like
No, listen. If I ever get a chance to make good, my lady
It is
just
a
gotta
pastor,
understand.
nigga.
You gotta
I
understand.
That's a
She
pass.
just gotta understand.
gotta get that
That's
pass.
a pastor,
Megan, who else is a black woman that's a pass like automatic?
That's automatic. Oh, Rihanna, of course. Yeah, Rihanna comes.
Rihanna.
You just gotta
Her
understand.
eyes too far.
Rihanna just gotta understand.
What?
I
Alright,
think Megan.
too far,
I mean,
bro.
not Megan Good. Gabrielle Union. I think she in there.
Gabrielle
What?
Sanaa Lathan, like she
Sanaa Lathan, yes.
automatic,
Absolutely.
automatic. Even if she's bald, like she did a shave thing, like a Britney Spears bald head.
Oh, yeah,
like,
oh,
she
yeah,
done.
that's
That.
trash.
Never mind.
That was trash.
no, she grew her hair back.
All right, I mean, but
hope so.
that was trash.
I think Megan Good. Ooh, I'm trying to think of another one. Kamala Harris.
Oh, come on, don't do it.
Yeah, boy, niggas are what? No, Kamala. Sorry, Kamala
Look, hey,
Harris.
you know, yeah, Issa Rae bait niggas.
Ah,
so,
yeah, Issa Rae.
Oh, Issa Rae, automatic. Oh, that's
No.
automatic.
No, shit.
It's automatic.
I'm sorry.
Damn, that's good. That's
It's
tough.
automatic. Nah, but we
Who'd you
look-
say?
You might love
Issa
Issa
Rae.
Rae.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
she's
okay.
fine. She's beautiful.
No,
Yeah,
not.
you married. You know
Okay.
that, right?
No, but if it's one thing, it's not one thing. Shameless goals, I can speak for us as a collective. We love the black women.
For
we
sure.
love the black women.
For
Like,
sure.
nah, black women are great, man. They're fantastic. There's black Black Women Appreciation Month. They get 28 days.
Exactly.
Yes.
Fuck February for Black History Month. Just Black
Women
Women
Appreciation.
Appreciation Month.
I agree. That's what we should kind of rename it. Focus on like the contributions of black women, like the new judge Kamala, Madam C.J. Walker.
Stop bringing that bitch up.
My
man.
bad. All right.
Oh, who-
What?
Hey,
That what?
That's the president or vice
that
president.
what?
I think.
Fuck who she
Speaking
is.
of which, who just made it to the quarter? Who's on the quarter? Which black woman is on the quarter now?
There's a black woman in the quarter.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think it's
Angela Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou is
I
on
got
the
that
quarter.
shit.
That's
Shout out to her.
fire.
But my question is, why is Harriet Tubman 20? Remember when they told us she was going to be on a 20 and then we
it
just
never
never heard
happened.
nothing about it?
Yeah.
That's Biden. See,
Because she
See
freed
Biden?
slaves. That's why.
Biden
Angela
shut
was
that
out
shit
there.
Because
down.
she didn't have a white husband.
That's true. If she did, she would have been on that
Maya
would've
shit.
been
Angelou had a
on
white
it.
husband?
What?
Did she?
Maya Angelou? You talking about Harriet Tubman? Huh?
You talking
Who's
about
on, who's
Harriet-
on the quarter?
If you don't
Maya,
show up.
Maya
Maya
Angelou.
Angelou.
She didn't have a white husband. She made it to.
No,
The
yeah.
quarter.
But you ever seen Harriet Tubman's face? Oh. My bad.
Yo.
My bad. Yeah,
No.
You gotta use the actor.
We appreciate black. Well, it's not February. Yeah, February.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta wait till February.
My
Fuck
bad,
it.
my
You
bad,
can be
my
real now. It's January. You good?
Nah,
Yeah, I need y'all
by the
to-
time that shit drop, it's February. My
Oh,
bad.
yeah, that's
damn.
true. That's true.
Harriet,
right.
forgive me and all the slaves. Shout out to y'all.
Forgive me and all the slaves.
Ancestors. Shout out to all the ancestors.
Hey, what do you think about this notion of strong black women and independent women? Do you think that hurts black women?
Yo, I
Oh.
saw this clip on Instagram about this. Hold on, I think I have it right here.
Oh yeah, with the
You know-
Spanish nigga.
I do. It's, a
What
Spanish,
happened?
it's a Spanish nigga talking about the difference between black women being independent
Oh,
and
you gotta play
Spanish
that
women.
shit. I want to hear it.
A Spanish woman, they're raised to be a wife.
But why isn't a black woman raised that way?
Most black women are raised to be independent. Remember, let's be real. Most black women are raised to be strong, tough, independent, and don't take no shit. Cause the daddy wasn't shit. I
Wow.
raised you alone by myself. Be a strong black woman. So they come into the game with their guard up ready. Spanish girl is raised to serve. They be cooking for their father at a young age, washing the dishes, washing the table, mopping all Saturday morning. Let's face it, they're raised to serve. If one time I swear to God, I'm at a girl's house having dinner. I got up with my own plate, put it in the garbage, put it in the sink. Her mom spazzed on her in Spanish about da 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 da. Now, in the black woman's house, if I get up with my own plate, she gonna say, "That's a damn good nigga. He got his own shit. I like him, Shirley." A Spanish
Nigga,
No.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
So no. So if we're being real,
Okay.
and I just want us to be real. I know we're bigging up the black women. He has a fucking major point.
Which is what?
do tell.
That okay? So I've dated black, I've dated Spanish, right?
But not the white ones.
I don't date white. I dated minorities. So
Oh,
so listen,
that is a sick line.
and I've actually had this conversation with someone I was dating, and it was real. A lot of black women are taught to be strong, to be independent. They're not taught to nurture, cater to a man, right? And when I dated Spanish women, it was something completely different. I mean, I love black women. I love them to death. I don't too much care for Spanish or even white, but I've dated Spanish. And the way they serve and the way they treat a guy, not even just a black guy, but just how they treat their men is completely different. They praise, not to say worship, but they praise their guy. They nurture their guy. They're cooking every day. They're doing everything around the household, raising the kids, cleaning the floor. By the time you come home as a man, you feel like a king in your kingdom. Whereas with a black woman who's independent, they're taught to be independent because, yes, a lot of times their father wasn't there. So mom has always preached the same rhetoric.
The black woman.
Oh, girl, get your own bag and get this and get that. They're not teaching women to be wives, teaching them to be independent. And that's just being realistic. But I also did hear some shit that chick I was talking to said. She said, a lot of times that's just probably black American women that women from different islands are kind of taught differently, but I don't think that's necessarily the case. I dated Haitian, Jamaican.
What about Nigerian?
Same thing with them. So even with them, I think it's funny. Even with Nigerian women, a lot of them are told, "Go get education." They push education their entire lives, and they're not teaching them how to be a wife, how to be a woman, how to serve your man, and then they turn 30, got the degrees, and got all the money, and it's like, okay, where's your husband?
All right, so let me ask y'all something. The two of you have sisters, and both of y'all fathers was there. So what would y'all say? The two mics. Both of y'all have sisters. Both of y'all fathers was there. So now what would you say?
I mean, I can't. My sister's 4 years older than me.
Okay.
Right. I mean, I can't say I've seen my father coaching her on how to be a wife. You know what I'm saying? I think she learned it from my mom.
Okay, she learned it.
You know, but we also grew up in a 2-parent home. That's not most people's dynamic.
This
so
example,
that's completely
I see what
different.
you're saying. Okay.
The average black woman, unfortunately, didn't probably grow up in a 2-parent home. So she's not taught, or she's not seeing a man in the home on a regular basis. She's not seeing mom bringing him his plate first. Like I remember, I used to see this conversation on Facebook all the time. In your home, who eats first, the kids or the man?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we talked about it.
And a lot of women always say, "Oh, my kids eat first." But there's an order in the household. There's a hierarchy. There's a patriarchy. You know, like you have to understand. Yes, it's not saying that if I make a plate or if I cook dinner tonight, the majority of the food goes to my husband and my kids get the leftovers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
All
what you're
right.
saying.
It's not that. We cooking enough food for everybody to eat half, seconds, and thirds. You know what I'm saying?
So Dan, before you go, because you look, you about to say something to my question. You were raised with sisters. Your dad was there. What would you say?
Yeah, I mean, but again, the comparison is a bit different
It's
because again,
different.
it was 2 parents in the household. They're both pushing, narratives from their. So one father's pushing this, mother's pushing that. Father gives unconditional love to his daughters. Mother gives like the raising of how to be a woman. You know what I mean? So it's like
Right.
a father's not really raising the
Them
women,
women,
in
yeah.
that sense. Like he's not telling them how to.
You'd have to ask someone who has
Yeah.
a fatherless home.
In a sense, like when they got their period, they didn't go to him. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
went to their mom, like, what the hell is happening here? You know what I'm saying? So it's a bit different. And yeah, so they were raised kind of to get the education, like he said, and to, quote unquote, motherly wife things, learn how to cook type.
So
shit.
this is my thing, and I'm not making right now. I'm not giving a conclusion one way or another. If what you're saying is true, if the father is not there, right? What is it that the father is giving in the 2-parent household that the daughter isn't getting in the 1-parent household when the only parent is the mother? Because you said that it's the mother who's the one that's teaching her how to be a woman and not the father.
Okay, so I think what it is a lot of times when you're dealing with a woman who is a single mother, raising kids on her own, naturally the kid is seeing a mom going out and busting her ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not seeing your mom nurturing her husband because there's no husband in the household. You're not seeing her catering to her man. There's no man in the household. What you may be seeing is boyfriends coming in and out temporarily.
Okay, time. Hold on. I'm gonna just pause you right there, only because like I don't want to lose this thought. The only thing I would say and same thing like you said, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. The only thing I'm gonna say is that like when you're raising kids, I think that as a parent in your mind, I'm just thinking like this is how I think they're thinking. As a parent in your mind, you want your kids to have everything you didn't. If I become a single parent and I think that, damn, I made a lot of mistakes, I really gave that nigga a lot of power. I didn't like empower myself or like have more independence. So I'm gonna make sure
My kid is.
I drill that into my kids' mind so that they're never in a position
I
I'm
agree.
in. That's the only thing I'm thinking. My bad.
Yeah.
Cut you off. I ain't
And
gonna
what
say
he's
that.
saying makes sense.
That makes sense. That
so
makes
what I'm
sense.
gonna do is say this. I'm not blaming the mothers for preaching that narrative of being independent, go out and get the shit. I'm blaming the fucking men who left these women in single parent households. You know what I'm
Fair.
saying? Because see, I think a lot of times we I'm gonna be real. It's easy to place the blame on the woman who's saying, go out there and be a single parent. You know, go out there. I mean, not being a single parent, but go out there and get your money, be independent, get you a bag, focus on you. And that's the wrong thing to teach a black woman. Because at the end of the day, they get up a certain age where they want to get married, they want a family, and with all the money and shit you have, it doesn't mean happiness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna blame the black men who impregnated these women and who weren't being fathers.
Step up.
You know, like I'm a single black male with, a daughter. And so I stepped up to the plate the same way you did, and the same way most of our siblings or cousins who have, or family members who have, daughters or sons did. Right. And we instilled we're active in our parents' life. I mean, our kids' lives.
Yeah.
We're teaching them, okay, mommy loves you, but daddy's here too. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't have my daughter she doesn't have a reason to be taught the rhetoric of, or even the theory of oh, go out and be independent and get you in your own bag because niggas ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me ask you this: because you and your daughter's mom are not together, right? At least right now, she's not seeing she's not seeing her mom serve you in the way that dude is describing. So how is your daughter gonna get taught that thing that you're talking about?
When daddy remarries.
Oh, that's sick.
You know what I'm saying? When daddy remarries, she's
Y'all,
gonna,
Tati's 6 years old.
no, so when
always
daddy
tough.
remarries, she's gonna see that. And
guess,
again, it's shit.
I just think it's
You
a
say so.
I just think it's a balance, honestly. I don't think that you should be like all the way to one side. Like they shouldn't be super independent to the point that it's an enemy of your relationship. Like if you're married, you never want to be as in your mind like, okay, independence is the most important thing to me. So no matter what, like you want to join this, you want to join that. Like what mine is more important than what we have together. But at the same time, you don't want to be all the way in because I think you said on one of the last episodes to the point that you depend on somebody so much that they control you, that they use it as a means of control. So you don't want to be too far to the right, too far to the left, but right in the middle. And then I think that balance is what you got to try to teach your kids.
Yeah.
And,
It
you know,
is definitely balanced. But I will say this though. Not to say Spanish women have mastered that shit, but they pretty much have.
To me, like when I heard this clip, like this nigga just completely embarrassed Spanish women to me. Like this, when he said like black women raised independent, Spanish women are raised to serve, like that is so embarrassing to Spanish women. If I had the choice, if it was just me and my daughter, her mom was totally out the picture, I would never raise her to be somebody's wife. Fuck these niggas. I know niggas. Niggas is me. I am niggas. Niggas is me. Niggas is they're not nothing to grow up to serve.
Right.
Fuck all of them.
I get
if
that.
you are as successful, if you are Kamala Harris, Vice President of the United States, and you're not married, fuck them. Don't get married.
That's
Pay
crazy,
for it
bro.
if you have to.
See,
That's
Fuck
crazy.
no,
That's
because
crazy, dog.
these niggas are not nothing to live up to. They just ordinary human beings. There's nothing they can do for you but
see-
give dick.
No,
if
see,
you already
that's-
have money,
we-
you don't
we-
need it. Don't
that's the problem.
don't grow up to
Nah,
serve
man.
any nigga. Fuck these
that's
niggas.
niggas as opposed to men.
but that is a
To
sick
men,
line.
too.
No, that's just in general.
If you find
like,
somebody that you genuinely love, what if they make money or not? That wouldn't matter at
it
all.
would
at that
not
point.
matter when it's genuine.
So if you just grew up and you were fucking vice president of whatever, or you whatever you doing, you concentrate on you, you're focused on yourself. Fuck these niggas.
But
Fuck
see, I
all
think
of them.
I think the problem with the way we talk, and we use niggas interchangeably to say a lot of different things. We use niggas interchangeably to talk about black people.
Oh, I'm
Then-
talking about all
then we'll
men.
say then we'll use it for all men, but then we'll use it for black men. We use it interchangeably. So when you say that,
No, but
it's now to a lot of different people, who are you talking
No,
about?
because I'm talking about in the context of this man said like black women are raised to serve. He didn't say serve black men. He just said serve men.
Men.
And Spanish women are raised to
Spanish women
serve
serve men.
men. So what I'm talking about men. And niggas, I mean men.
Men.
Black,
and
white,
that's and
Japanese,
so now
whoever
and so
the fuck.
and then that's why when you're making that statement, I think now you have to be like, I'm not raising my child to serve men, not say niggas, because there's another person who's listening who's gonna be like, oh, you talking about black men?
That whoever person heard that, that's their fucking problem. that got nothing to do with me. I'm talking about men. Me, if I'm raising, if I'm raising my
it's real though.
Understood the context.
yeah,
I think,
if I'm
yeah.
raising my daughters or I'm telling my sisters, like, do what you
Fuck
gotta
them.
do. Fuck them. Just enjoy the life you have. If you got a guy out there that you have sex with every so often, y'all take trips and you're not in a relationship, that's the best that you have right now. Do it.
But see, I
There's no
can't agree with that.
To me,
Why?
I'm not going to
I'm not
raise
saying-
a daughter to grow up to serve a man. Here's how you serve a man.
And
Fuck
that's a
these
sick
men.
line. And even the way that you describe that and you put that, I'm gonna put everything and instill in you. Oh man, do everything you can. Learn to do this. Do dishes good. Iron
them.
clothes because
Fuck
one
them.
day you're gonna have to
You
serve a
gonna
man.
one day you're gonna
Yeah,
be
that
somebody's
sounds trash.
That
wife.
sounds
Fuck
sick,
out of
bro.
here.
That sounds trash.
Get your education. Get your
Y'all
money.
niggas is
Get
real
all of
feminist.
that.
So you don't gotta
you know what
depend on
happens
niggas.
is the opposite of that is then you raise the city girl who will get the money at the man's expense. So it's like I'm not going to do it on my own. I'm going to do it at his expense. So I'm going to
That's
marry
not
the
the opposite
richest.
of that.
No, I'm going to marry the richest nigga I can to get all the things I could have got if I would have just
Right.
focused on me. If I was focused on my education, my work, my business.
That's just ratchet upbringing.
Because
But I'm
you
saying it's
do it.
like the opposite of it is like I must get everything.
That's not the opposite of it.
No, I'm saying
from
I'm gonna
getting
get
from a man.
everything that the girl who was focused on herself got, but at a man's expense.
So
Because I can serve him really well. That's what I'm gonna sell.
So what I'm thinking is when he was referring to Spanish, I'm tipsy. Referring to Spanish women, it's not so much get the nigga with the bag. It's more or less you cater to your man in hopes of that he's going to cater to you. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a nurturing aspect.
I see what you're saying. Like
I don't agree with that.
You pour into him, so he pours into
listen,
you.
Broke with money,
Whatever.
well off, whatever the case is. If you can't, let's look at the highest divorce rate. Or sorry, not divorce rate. The black women are the least married race of all women.
Oh, not this again, bro.
Right? And a lot of it has to be is what's indoctrinated into our their minds that niggas ain't shit, this and that. I think you have to at some point say, okay, well, let's hold them accountable and let's push another narrative. Let's push, yes, be independent, but like Daniel said, there's a balance. You can say go get your degree, but you can still be, I don't like the word subservient, but you can still be the woman in your household. I think so many women get caught up in, oh, I'm a bad bitch. I don't need a nigga for shit. Like that narrative is why so many women are single.
I don't even know if that's true.
It is like
that. I don't even know if that's true.
It's taught from a lot of single parents. A lot of single women who have kids are teaching them, go get you a bag. You don't need a nigga for shit.
All right, so before I was asking questions. I was just, I was making examples and shit and trying to make points. Now I'm gonna just give my actual opinion. Yeah, first, I'm gonna start it off with this motherfucker, the Spanish motherfucker. Yo, I like what Daniel said. It's about balance. You in a relationship, you are both servants. You serve each other.
Absolutely.
You don't just raise your child, your child. Period. Yeah. You just serve, and the other motherfucker just be there. No. And yes, you can raise your child, male or female. Get the bag. Be successful. Yes, you need to be an adult, so you do need some independence. But that doesn't mean you don't need a person. That's bullshit to say you need nobody. Mm-hmm. No person is an island unto themselves. You need people. You need friends. You need family. You need people. And that's how you raise people, to be a balanced human being, not to fucking serve,
that's how I see
not
it,
to
like,
only just get the bag. That's bullshit.
To raise your daughter,
no matter what it is.
To raise your daughter, if you raise your daughter to serve me, she better be disappointed. I'm a regular nigga. I can't. I just learned to kind of cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a spider, I don't want to kill it. That's you raising your daughter to come serve me,
right?
Come on now, like niggas is regular people. We are not superheroes. We are not nobody to fucking. We just love me and I love you back.
And I think a lot of problem with and I don't usually like to generalize, but I'm gonna have to do this shit. A lot of problem with a lot of men who make the counter argument to what I've been saying is with a conversation you and Tony had where he cannot use the word to be submissive.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's the difference? No, nigga, if you serving your wife in any capacity, in that moment you were submissive to the definition of the word.
That's correct.
And the point that you and not to point out, Tony, this is for a lot of people. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, Peter ain't going.
If you don't like that word, then that means that person that is submissive to you, you look down on that person by definition. When I was listening to it, I was like, I was jogging with my girl, and we were both listening to that shit. And I was just like, you know what? I was like, I wish I was on that motherfucking podcast. I really wish, because I would have been like, nigga, just to the fucking definition of the word. Yeah. When I hear niggas who be arguing this shit, I just be like, dog, this is bullshit.
I never heard what Tony said about it, but I did what Peter said about it.
It's because
Peter ain't
niggas was arguing over the word submissive. Like,
I'll do that, but I won't call it that.
But I don't call it that.
Why?
That's exactly what it is. By definition.
You submit to each other. Yeah.
When she be like, babe, come around my feet, nigga, you're submitting.
That's right.
Hey, babe, I want to go out to dinner. He wants to stay home and watch fucking football. Yeah. You're submitting.
You're going.
It's compromise.
Yeah. That's it.
You got to use the word compromise instead of submit. For
like I said.
But no. Hold up. Before we move forward. See, when you just said you got to use the word compromise versus submit, my only thing is then it has to go both ways.
Yeah, that's what you
don't say your wife is submitting to you, but you're compromising to her. That's bullshit.
That's niggas with egos, but hey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
all it is.
and to be
egos.
and to be clear, that's not an attack on Tony. That's my brother. I love him. And that's not
Get
an
the
attack on
fuck outta
Peter.
here, bro.
But I'm just saying.
Man,
I'm
shut
just
up.
saying. I'm just saying. For
Hey,
saying,
yeah,
he's
clean
gay.
up.
Shut up. Shut up your mouth.
No, it's balanced, dog. It's balanced. You just gotta, we love our black women here. Like we said,
For
February is Black Women's Appreciation
Appreciation
Month.
Month.
Fuck that Black History Month
sure,
shit.
man.
You know what I
For
mean?
sure,
That's
for
how we doing. Shameless goes down the man, Big Mike, Little Mike, Kenny Ken.
Yeah.
All